This is MOS, Made Without Sound. A lot of documentaries are made. I think Wild Kingdom was made. They photographed everything else. They cut it down, that thing. And Wild Kingdom's soundtrack was put in. You want the elephants going through the bush? It's a soundtrack. The narrator's there and everything else is there. I when I was doing film, I rarely carried a recorder with me. It wasn't sound on film. There was no sound. So you can get away. You get away as a director and say, do this, do that, smile, oh, right, cry, onion here, right. And you made it without sound. One of the things I had Professor Robert Edmondson from Canada as an instructor. He said all his stuff was made without sound. You had to carry a sound recorder and a crew with you for sound. Everything he had, all his stuff. If he did something, he did in post. And you have walking down the street. Though you could do wireless and everything else, but you got all the traffic, all the noise, all the people, and people who, oh gee, you're out filming. Ah! Yeah, very, very rude. But everything was made without sound. When you were in Chicago with Hollywood Crew, the Hollywood Crew would wear Columbia College jackets. Did they have Columbia College jackets? We all wore Columbia College student jackets. Were they students? No. Did Columbia College sell jackets with Columbia College name on it? No. How did they get them? Well, we made them up. So we could take, say, a Hollywood Crew or New York Crew, stick them in that stuff, and then we can take a 35 millimeter something or other, quickly unload it from that thing. Our actors are moving down this thing, and we're going to get them, and it's made without sound. It's going to be at Post Studio, and we shoot our stuff, and we break everything down and leave. A van cops up, we open the van, we put everything inside, and we're gone before the police show up. Yes, well, you know. And if you're going out there with a 16 millimeter camera without a crew, you work for the news agency. And I've done that many a times, being out there with a 16 millimeter Bolex or an Arri BL or an Eclair and shooting. And as far as anybody knows, you're news. Can I be on the 6 o'clock news? Sure. Of course, you don't have release forms, so a lot of stuff is that thing. It's their background material. And you actually did a couple of music videos back in the early 1970s of a rock person, and it was post sound, and did it all over Chicago. And that person dancing and dancing and dancing like an idiot. Oh yeah. And stairs in front of that thing, and did music videos like that. No, nobody knew how they were done. Well, I'm wearing a Columbia College student jacket, and that's right. But it's made without sound. You add sound and post. And movies the same way. I think, what was it? Herschel Lewis a few times, all the time. Everything was in post, which is interesting. Yeah, he had his own house, and he had his own projection room. He had his own soundboard. He had all his own stuff at home, so he would add sound. And Herschel Lewis did Doris Day, Rock Hudson films. And of course, then we engaged into going into horror films. And they were bloody to the form of you see. Well, they were horror films. There were a lot of bloody and everything else. No, you use your imagination looking at it, because you know stage blood costs money. They say stage blood costs money. Ketchup is cheap, and red is red. You know, yes, but. I did most of my films. I did without sound. Now we did have it. One of the things about is to carry a Nagra recorder and a microphone and stand on a street corner, usually eating a hot dog or something. But I got a microphone, picking up the sound. Walking inside of a building and picking up the white noise inside of a building. On location, same way, you pick up the sound. Everything is going to be post. We're not going to record sound. We will record sound and per se of people talking. You know, blah, 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 blah in the background. We record sound of the birds singing, and the wind rustling. But recording at the time that we're actually doing something gets a little sketchy, because usually in post, you have to, because of, well, a plane goes over, a truck goes past or something like that. We're going to do everything in post. And so that's what it is. It still is done. Though the camera is recording sound, it's not going to be used. Every video camera is capable of recording sound, and some. You got two actors here. You know, I got my girlfriend's looking at me here. And then I'm looking at my girlfriend there. There's a camera over there. There's a camera back there. And there's one back and forth. They're close enough. And two people, it's the same thing. You get a slight angle off. And that you do with sound. But you have the control of the room. It's quiet, okay? Except for white noise. It's quiet. And you get the person speaking because right here. Now, if I go further back across the room and start talking, you will not. I can be saying anything in any language, and yeah, it's like people make movies. Everything is blocked, so the person is talking like me. And it's translated to Russian, so it's thing. You know, you see, you don't hear me, but the person is talking without a voice. Yes. Hear me? No. That's right. You don't hear the person. They put in the person's voice. Yeah, of course, that's what AI does. Speak Russian, speak Chinese. These guys do now.